stress cause hair loss? My answer today is different than it would have been a few years back. So for starters, let's get things clear. So I'm not a doctor, but I have 25 years of hair loss and not one type, but two. At the age of 21, after getting off the birth control pill, a Western FE, that kicked in my genetic predisposition for female pattern baldness. That's the first one. And I was so dismissed by doctors saying it was stress, and it actually wasn't stress. The only stress I had was that my hair was falling out or that it was dyed. It wasn't my diet. It was a genetic hair loss, and that was the situation. So because women's hair loss is so often kind of left off as being stress, and that's just it. I've kind of had this one narrow view on it, that how much can stress be a factor in this, until I got a second hair loss in 2022 and realized that stress can do a couple of things. One, I think it can exacerbate a genetic hair loss. And then I also believe that it can kick in certain types of hair loss. I had a series of traumatic events happen to my mind and body in 2022, which kicked in a non-scarring inflammatory alopecia of the alopecia areata family that was diagnosed in November of 2022. The dermatologist explained, based on what had happened to me in that year, that was likely what kicked in this second type of hair loss. Now, with that understanding of what stress to the mind, the stress to the body could kick in a second type of hair loss, my perspective on that changed on the role that stress can play. You can live the most stress-free life with the best diet ever and you still have genetic hair loss. I don't think it's going to cure it, but do I believe that it can play a factor in exacerbating it, like more shedding, so it can be worse at times? Yes. Do I believe it can kick in a different type of hair loss? Yes. I think all of that is actually possible, but I still think that doctors too often are kind of dismissing women and just saying it's stress, and oftentimes it is not.